I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Hello, everybody, and I am back here in the Phantom Zone. I know I've been down on late night talks, but the Unicorn McQueen has not been feeling well, so I've been trying to put out something. So this video is for everyone checking out the channel, and I'm at 375 subs, so thank you. And, of course, this is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media shell money taken, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain here on YouTube Entertainment Today, Mr. General Zod, and I will be talking about a movie so bad, Jesus Christ. This movie is so bad that it goes into a bracket of terrible. This is by far the worst movie to a sequel to a bad movie that shouldn't have gotten a sequel, okay? And I will be talking about 2019's Doom Annihilation. Holy shit, people. My God. So before I get started, let me tell you how this goes. I do my pros, my cons, my overview, and then I do my rating system between 1 and 10, and 1 being the best thing that Zod has ever seen for a laugh because it's trash, and 10 being the most earth-shattering thing and has moved Zod in some sort of way. So, let's get to it. The overview of this movie is this. Apparently, is like a reset to, I believe it was a 2006, 2005, 2006, maybe a little bit later, of Doom. Remember Doom? Doom, the one with The Rock and Carl Urban? The trash fire that was in theaters. That Doom had the worst first-person shooter scene that looked like it was ripped straight out of the game. But there was something about the original Doom that became like a guilty pleasure for me. Is it a great movie? No, by no stretch of the imagination, but it was a fun movie. And some of the lines in it just made it classic. Like, I might do a review on it. But anyways, this one takes place with the same premise, but it feels kind of like a reset. Now, let me give you some history before I get into this. I pulled up various articles, and the girl who is in this, she is from Canada, and apparently most of this was shot in Canada, and she said that Doom, that's right, Doom, that terrible movie failed because it did not have a female Doom character. Watch this movie on Netflix and see how a female lead went. Holy shit, this thing is like something you would see on Sci-Fi at like 2 o'clock, but I'll get to that in just a sec. The premise is this. Same one as the first one. They're making an interdimensional portal to try to travel from one place to another. While they do this, they wound up creating a portal that indirectly goes into hell. And it starts taking over the station and turning people into zombies, and other creatures start coming out, and you have your movie. The pros of this is this. The imps shoot fire. Finally. Don't know why they didn't. They weren't really highlighted that much in the good Doom, if you want to call it that, the one with The Rock. They didn't fire fireballs. I appreciated that. And the hell scene. It looked like the budget went more towards the CGI scene at the end than anything else in this movie. Let's get to my cons. Holy shit, people. The acting in this movie is god-awful. Really, I should clip some stuff from this act. There may be a clip right here of the acting, because my God. Oh, God, this thing is bad. This is so bad. This is the cringiest dialogue ever. Okay, the males in this come out as, like, Neanderthalic idiots who say a bunch of crude jokes because they're men. And, like, the females are all amped up to about 11. The only kill I really liked was this one female who goes off on her own and gets horribly killed by this demon thing because she didn't want to stay with the rest of the group and listen to people. So I kind of like that they threw that in. But the Doom Girl, oh my. So there's a colonel in it, and it's established that this guy's supposed to be some long-running badass. He does have a good death scene, but like it takes him like 20 bullets to kill one thing. Now the Doom Girl has a pistol in one scene, a 9mm Beretta, okay, against zombies, and is shooting them in the chest and downing them. But yet some of these guys unload automatic fire and nothing. These things keep on coming until a headshot. It is so disproportionately unbalanced. And the character that I liked was probably the most misogynistic character in this whole thing, where he's saying, he's this Australian guy, and he's saying what I'm thinking, like, he's like, hey, why are we sticking around in this station? Like, dude, that's true, why are you guys here? Like, they had a perfect exit until the doors got locked. They had a solid 20 minutes they could have exited, and this movie would have been over. But no, the Doom Girl makes the choice of staying because they just gotta find the scientist. And they try to do this ham-fisted plot with her to give her some kind of development, like she made a bad call. And through this, she's redeeming herself for this bad call that got her and her unit punished to go to this assignment on Mars. It's awful. It is the most laziest contrived story to get and squeeze some kind of sympathy from your audience, okay? It's bad. It's really bad, okay? And oh my God, the doctor goes into this scientific explanation of why they're far superior, and they use what they shouldn't have used. They use the Black Christmas reference, and they say it's the alpha gene in males will always make them superior. I'm like, oh my gosh, why? This isn't a thing. Where are you pulling your science from? This is not a thing, okay? There has been established in classes like wolves an alpha who leads. Typically, alpha by definition is a leader. It's not specific to male or female. You can have a female alpha who leads a group. People, it's not foreign, okay? Ellen Ripley would be the alpha of her movie because she led the group. Didn't treat them like they were secondary whipping boys. She led the group, okay? All of the male characters are treated like these big dumb idiots that don't have a say. It's disgusting. I mean, my God, this thing, and the editing is a mess. The CGI for the fireballs, while I appreciate the imps having the fireballs, they are like Dragon Ball Evolution style graphics, or like Avatar, and I don't get how the fireball works, because at one scene it like roasts someone, and then in another scene when it hits the girl, it just hits her chest and goes poof, and she's fine. So for the life of me, I don't understand how the fireball mechanic works. I guess it just kills males. I don't know. Could be the alpha gene. You just blow up. This thing's a train wreck. This is by far, if I was rating this against Sharknado would be an Oscar winner compared to this garbage. This is, and the funny part is, this movie, with how bad it is, instead of acknowledging how bad this movie is as a film, which Doom kind of was self-aware that it was a terrible movie and just had a lot of fan service and some funny moments because it realized it wasn't going to be this great movie. Instead of doing that, it tries to this movie tries to take itself seriously. Oh. So, what do I think of this film? This thing is terrible, folks. If you want to see a truly every way you don't make a movie, go on Netflix, go watch Doom Annihilation. If you want a good laugh as a guy, go on Netflix, go watch Doom Annihilation. This thing is laughably bad. Like, I should have been offended, but instead, I was just laughing. I was laughing because this is so laughably bad in the way that it is made that you can't do nothing but laugh at how poorly edited, written, dialogue, story, just everything. And the funniest part is it sets up for a sequel. Oh, may we never have a Doom 3. Jesus Christ. So, what do I rate this thing? Zod disapproves. I mean, you could watch this if you're in the mood for a terrible B-rated slash C-rated slash F-rated film. If you want to laugh, just a solid laugh, go ahead. You can play on your phone while watching this and laugh at the parts I told you about. But honestly, this movie has no redeeming qualities. It is the bottom of the barrel, dumpster fire trash. And I give this a 1. Congratulations, the second 1 rating on this channel. This is like right on par with Black Christmas. This is a terrible, terrible movie. It's not aggravating terrible. It's just terrible in every single choice that it makes. It's hilariously terrible. This is like on The Room level terrible, but less charming. This has no charm about it. It's just like, this is actually in here. That's why you laugh. You're like, they actually shot that. Someone actually looked at that shot and said, yeah, looks good. Let's put it through. That's how bad this film is. Oh, God. Anyways, this has been General Zod for another great review. If you like this video, go ahead, mortals, and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you're liking Zod's content, hit that subscribe button. And as always, remember the one and only rule here in the fandom zone: kneel before your general, General Zod.
I'm the bad guy. Duh.